BA First Sem, Optional English, Unit 2nd, Seeds and Roots of British Literature. First one, Socio-political cultural background of British literature from 14th to 16th century. Part 1, Socio-political and cultural background to British literature 14th to 16th century. Between the 14th and 16th centuries, British literature developed under the influence of important events and changes in society, politics, and culture. During this period, several key events shaped the way people thought and lived. These influences are reflected in the literature produced at that time. The Hundred Years' War and National Identity. The first one, the main point. The Hundred Years' War was a long series of battles between England and France. This war affected English society in many ways. Most importantly, it strengthened a sense of national identity. People in England began to feel more united and proud of being English. Before this, many writers and noble people used French as their main language, but the war encouraged the use of English in literature and daily life. This period saw a focus on the lives of ordinary people in literature, a shift from earlier works that mainly concerned the nobility. Geoffrey Chaucer, in his famous work The Canterbury Tales, presented a range of characters from different social backgrounds. This showed the growing interest in English life and helped English become the main language for storytelling. The main second point was the Black Death and social change. The Black Death was a terrible plague that hit Europe between 1347 and 1351. It killed about one third of the population. The loss of so many people created hug changes in society. For example, with fewer workers available, peasants and laborers began demanding better pay and working conditions. This led to the slow breakdown of the feudal system where landowners had control over fishes. These social changes appeared in literature. William Langlad's poem Fierce Flowman offers a sharp critique of society, highlighting the struggles of the poor and the corruption within the church. The poem reflects the growing discontent among common people and their desire to change. The third one, the Wars of the Roses and the Rise of the Tudors. The Wars of the Roses were civil wars between two noble families, the Lancasters and the Yorks. This conflict weakened the kingdom, but it ended when Henry Tudor became king, founding the Tudor dynasty. Under the Tudors, England experienced greater stability, allowing culture and the arts to grow. Writers and poets of this time, such as John Selton, began to focus on themes of peace and order. The clam after the wars allowed the arts to flourish, setting the stage for a great literary works of the Elizabethan age that would follow in the next century. The fourth one was the Renaissance and Humanism. The Renaissance was a cultural movement that started in Italy in the 14th century and reached England in the 15th and 16th centuries. The word Renaissance means rebirth and it refers to the revival of interest in the art, literature and learning of ancient Greece and Rome. This period brought new ideas about human potential, creativity, and the value of education. Humanism, a key idea of the Renaissance, focused on the importance of humans and their ability to reason and create. Humanists believed in studying classical texts from ancient times to improve their own knowledge. This led to great advancements in science, philosophy, and literature. The printing press, invented in the mid 15th century, made it easier to share books and ideas. Writers such as Edmund Spencer and Christopher Marlowe were influenced by the Renaissance and explored new themes of beauty, love, and the human experience in their works. The fourth one was the Reformation and religious conflict. The Reformation was a religious conflict in the 16th century that started with Martin Luther's protests against the Catholic Church in England. King Henry XIV broke away from the Catholic Church and established the Church of England. This split from the Church created religious tension throughout England. Catholic and Protestant conflicts would dominate English society for many years, deeply affecting both politics and culture. In literature, this religious turmoil is reflected in works that deal with faith, morality, and power. Sir Thomas More's Utopia, for example, imagines a perfect society, but it also religious questions and express concerns about the changing role of the church in society. The sixth one, the Elizabethan age. Growth of literature and drama. The Elizabethan age during the reign of Queen Elizabeth is considered one of the most important periods of British literature. England enjoyed relative peace and prosperity under her rule. This allowed literature and the arts to thrive. Playwrights like William Shakespeare and Christopher Marlowe created works that remain famous to this day. Shakespeare's plays explored a wide range of human emotions and issues such as ambition, love, jealousy, and power. During this time, theatre became very popular and many new plays were performed for large audiences. Shakespeare's works like Romeo, Juliet, and Hamlet are examples of how deeply human themes were explored in literature. The period also saw the rise of poets such as Philip Sidney and Edmund Spenser, whose works are still studied today. Conclusion. The socio political and cultural background of British literature from the 14th to 16th centuries was shaped by major events such as the Hundred Years' Wars, the Black Death, the Wars of the Roses, the Renaissance, and the Reformation. Each of these events changed the way people thought, attached, and wrote. The literature of the time reflects these changes from the growing sense of national identity to the influence of classical ideas. During the Renaissance, by the time of the Elizabethan age, British literature had entered a golden period, producing works that continue to influence writers and readers around the world today. Hi friends, please subscribe my channel Students World of Creative for more videos. Thank you.